Margie O'Driscoll, and on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Center for Innovation and P2SL at UC Berkeley, I'd like to invite you to join us at our conference April 4 and 5, Lean Design Meets Innovation in Industrial Construction. One of the highlights of our conference is going to be a conversation with the Center for Innovation founder, Stuart Eckblad, who's going to be talking about his innovative project here in San Francisco, which is the UC San Francisco Parnassus Hospital project. Stuart, can you tell us just a little bit about the project?
Sure, thanks, Margie. Happy to. So, I think the way we'd like to have people understand our project is thinking about it as the healing habitat, which others could think we're building a new hospital, but in fact, I think our vision is much bigger than a hospital. In fact, what we're trying to do is actually create a place for health, a place where the community is involved, where this is part of the city network. It's part of taking advantage of, here we are at Mount Sutro. How do we take advantage of that, not just the landscape, but the health that natural environment gives us, and basically enlightens a patient and enlightens a family to think about other things than just health. And so it's really important to us that we think about this as an environment, really as certainly residential in scale. It's really important to us. But for example, one of the key things we're going to have is a whole podium level, which in fact has an all-day eatery, where it's not just a cafeteria, but in fact we'll be bringing in, really chefs and to really create food that is also part of the whole healing process. And it's a place where the community can come and engage in as well. And then we have kitchens in to help families learn how to cook for their loved ones that they'll be taking home. So it's really much more than when people talk about a hospital. That's why we want to think, we're not trying to play on words, but we're trying to really get people to understand the whole experience is health. It's not just the building.
It's such an extraordinary vision, and as someone who lives in San Francisco, I can tell you, I think that sounds like a very different way of thinking about my experience in the medical world, much less in hospitals. So I'm wondering about how, as you're envisioning the new hospital coming on board and serving this community, it's a research facility, it's a place to have people heal. How are you thinking about integrating all of these various ideas in terms of the innovation that's clearly been a driving passion for you in your life and helping found the Center for Innovation?
Mm-hmm. Well, the way I again, thinking about now this project, but the way I think about is our mission, and which has also become really important to me in most everything that I've thought about in my career, but our mission is caring, healing, discovery, and learning. And when you start now thinking, well, how do we get the divergent thinkers to start to unwrap that in a way to think it's not just classrooms, but it's like, how do you get all that research from bench to bed in a way that it's seamless? How do you get the whole idea of learning? So it's not just our students that are there, but how do we get our families to learn about, before they're even diagnosed, how do they become part of that network of health and come to our area, to our healing habitat and participate? So how do we start, where do we get this divergent thinking to start to create a mechanism? That's probably not the right word, but an incentive to be part of the whole health program. So that's what we're looking for. For example, we're certainly spending a lot of time beyond the building in terms of what's the whole journey from the day you get your diagnosis, all the way through to the day you've had your care and now you're going home, and your family now has taking care of you. How does that whole journey actually look like? And now you start to layer on top of that all of what's happening with IT. How do we start to use AI in those things? How do we start to have doctors that can be available at your fingertips in terms of video, just the way we now have Zoom? How do we start to bring health sort of omnipresent? And so those are the kind of ideas that we're looking for.
It's so extraordinary. We're so grateful for that innovative approach for the field of research within medicine, as well as obviously for patient care, and for the people of San Francisco and the people of the world who will benefit from this work. So thank you so much for that. And we look forward to seeing you all on April 4 and 5 at Lean Design Meets Innovation and Industrialized Construction at UC Berkeley in partnership with P2SL. Look forward to seeing you.
Great. We will be there.